And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to WTBQ 93.5 FM, 1110 AM. And we just, if you were just tuned in with us, we just had some of the players from our boys baseball team in here. We had Joey Krasnowitz, we had Jackson Mitchell, we had Ryan McLaughlin, and we were talking Warwick baseball. Now, Warwick baseball is having a terrific year, but equally as good a year is we're having with our girls varsity softball team. So we get a chance to talk a little Warwick softball with three outstanding young ladies, Eva and Etta Garofalo and Alyssa Sarlo. Ladies, welcome to the show. And what position do you play?
I'm a sophomore. I play first base, and I also am graduating in 2025.
Oh man, we're going to be good for a long time. I love it. And so I heard the rest of the infield. And Eva, tell me about what grade you're in and what position you play.
I'm also a sophomore, so that's class of 2025, and I'm a catcher.
Love it. So you play. I would say shortstop is really hard, but there is no position harder in sport than playing catcher for a baseball or softball team. So now you're a catcher. Do you call the game? Do you do that kind of stuff? Do you get signals from your coach? How does it work now?
No, so Kark, we have a wristband with all different pitch calls, and he calls that from the dugout. But I have experience with pitch calling, so I used to like to do that a lot.
Okay, so listen, just for fun, have you ever shook the coach off?
No.
Like he's giving you a signal and said, no, coach, I want to do something different.
That's all the pitcher's job. The pitcher has the right to do that, not the catcher.
Oh, I love it. Oh, that's awesome. So a couple things. First of all, I heard you both say, even Ed, I heard you both say that you're sophomores. Does that mean that you are twins?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay. So now I'm a father of twins. I have a twin boy and a twin girl, Dominic and Julia Sirico. And now, if you happen to follow Twitter, which is under @Warwick_Wildcat, people would know that you both hit home runs against Washingtonville. Is that right?
Yes.
And if you looked hard at the picture, what is different about both of your home runs? Etta, what was different?
I guess I hit it earlier in the game and she hit it later in the game.
That was big, but there's something even bigger that is different which would be surprising for twins. What is it?
I'm a lefty and she's a righty.
Yes, twins, and one is a lefty and one is a righty, which is incredible. That is great stuff. I love it. Now, how about as a catcher? Is it harder on turf or easier?
I mean, it depends on the situation. Like, if there's a bunt and I have to come out and charge for the ball, like, that's easier because I can move quicker on turf. Right. But if it's a ball in the dirt and I have to block it, the ball is going to skip a lot faster. So I have to have a lot quicker reaction time when it comes to that. Right.
Now, Ed, I'm going to let you talk about your sister, okay? I want you to tell me. Okay. Now, what's her reputation as a catcher? Like, do people try to steal on her? Or do they respect her arm? Does she block the ball well? What? Tell me about it.
I don't know anybody that would steal on her, but we play a lot of teams that we know people on, so they kind of like spread the word, don't steal on Eva. She's got a great arm, so
I love it.
I think that's just kind of how it is. Nobody tries to really steal on her.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. That's good. That's a good reputation to have, but people don't want to steal on you. That's a good thing. So going to our lineup, I love talking about some of our girls. If you give us a first and last names, what's our batting order? Because we have a lot of local girls and families that listen to this show. Who's batting first for the Wildcats?
We got Melina Garby.
Okay, now Melina's a junior.
Yep.
Super athlete, right? Really, really good. She's fast, base stealer?
Oh, she's speedy.
Really fast.
Speedy.
Excuse me, ladies. And then who usually bats second, Alyssa?
Eva Garofalo.
Okay, and then we're going from Eva to
Annie Lincoln.
Okay, now what grade is Annie?
She's a junior as well.
Oh, I love it. And then who's batting the cleanup spot?
Etta Garofalo.
Okay, so we got some power. Now, this year, do we have like a home run? Like, is there a leader for our home runs? Who's got the most home runs for us?
I think all of us right now all have one. Mm-hmm.
We have one. Okay. Mm-hmm. Now, I will say this. I'm going to defend you a little bit here. We put up a permanent fence on the softball field. It's great. And we needed it. Would you agree?
Yes, I agree.
But every home game we have played, the wind has blown in from center field towards home plate. And I have seen balls that both of you girls, even Ed, have hit, that if we don't have wind, they're out by like 10 to 15 feet. And two of them were against Monroe Woodbury.
That's true.
So the wind direction really affected us in those games. My class. Eva and Etta, either one of you two, tell me what your schedule. First of all, are you in the same classes?
So actually, my mom, in the beginning of the year, she requested to have all of our classes the same because it would be easier. With,
Yeah, as twins, of course.
Yeah, it would be a lot easier, and we get along perfectly fine,
Yeah.
so that's good. So yeah, we have every single class together. We get all of our work done together. We study together, so that's pretty cool.
I love it. That is
Yeah.
awesome. So, Etta, tell me some classes that you're in.
I take chemistry, geometry, and regular social studies, and English honors.
Oh, awesome. Now, tell me about chemistry. I took chemistry 3 times in college. Unfortunately, it was the same class. That's a story for off the air also. But tell me about chemistry. Hard?
I personally really like chemistry. I don't think it's that hard.
No.
But
And who's your teacher?
Mr. Piasek, he's a
Oh,
good teacher.
great teacher. Yeah.
Yeah.
So in a minute, I'm going to ask you for your favorite teacher because a lot of our listeners have had these teachers. So I want to know that. And Eva, real quick. So I heard honors English.
Yes.
How challenging is an honors class?
So honors, I've been in honors for a while for English. It can be challenging. I feel like if you have good work like determination, and you have a good time management, you can get the work done. And I think that's really important as a student athlete, having that good time management and that balance.
You know, that's a really, really mature decision, like time management. And I know, girls, and I know what it's like. So you're up in the morning. Sometimes you're training in the morning. Then you're going to school all day. You're taking challenging classes, chemistry, for goodness sake. All right. And then you've got softball practice and all the things that go on with softball. And in your case, Alyssa, you're also playing girls flag football.
Yep.
So the time to study is really hard, and you've really got to manage your time well. And the 3 of you are doing well in school. Is that correct?
Yes.
So time management is happening. How are your parents on you pretty good?
Well, when I was little, they were on me because they wanted to build that time management into me since I was young.
Yes.
And now that I've been doing this, I've been playing softball after school for majority of my life.
Yes.
I kind of have that built in, so they're not owning me as much because I have that for myself now.
That's great. So you got good values instilled by your parents in terms of studying. That's awesome. Love it, ladies. Love it. So make sure that we got that going. Advice that you would give, I'm going to ask each one of you, to the young student athlete in the 7th or 8th grade that wants to be like you, that wants to play a high school sport or sports, and maybe even wants to go on and play in college. What advice would you give them coming into the high school? And Eva, what advice would you give them?
So something that I was taught was you may think you are extremely talented and you can be somewhere like college, but you just have to know that there's somebody out there, or maybe even multiple people out there that are working 10 times as harder than you. Yeah. So you always have to put in that work. You always have to grind even harder, and you just have to push through it, and you have to keep working on your craft, and that's what's going to make you become even better player and get 1% better every day.
I love it. Etta, give me advice that you would give that 9th or 10th, or excuse me, that's 6th, 7th, or 8th grade that's coming up.
Well, when working hard every day at the same sport, I think it's hard to stay focused, and it also takes a lot on your mental health. So I would say be confident in yourself and just always believe in yourself, because I struggle with that sometimes, and I just have to remember that I work hard for this and that I am the best version of myself.
Love it. I love the message that you're sending. I'm going to start out with you, Eva. Favorite teacher, go, and subject.
All right, so I have my favorite middle school teacher. Middle school was rough
Go,
year for me.
let's go.
I'm going to go with Miss Waters. Miss Waters was my science teacher.
Yeah.
She was a great teacher. She taught me so much. And even when I went to the high school, she kept in touch with me. I had some trouble in the beginning of the year with living environment my freshman year. And she let me go back to her classroom and help me out. So that was really important to me.
That's good. Miss Waters, that's a good one.
And may I point out that she always comes and supports our Warwick softball.
You know, I've seen her at softball.
Yeah,
games.
she
I
is.
love it. Yeah, she's a good supporter of athletics. Her son was a quarterback for the Wildcats. Very good athlete.
Yeah.
So she understands what a student athlete means. You know, and that's big. Okay, Etta, who do you got?
I was also going to say Miss Waters,
Okay.
but if I had to choose another one, I would say also from the middle school, Miss Davis. She always came to softball games as well. She even came to our travel games when we had her as a teacher. She would bring her daughter. She was just very involved in our sports and our softball.
And it's so great. We have such great teachers that are involved in their students' lives beyond, the 4 walls of that classroom, and that's incredible.